Yeah, it came back to haunt us. Both of them, you just talked about the previous rally when we didn't quite cash in as much as we would have liked. And, of course, they nicked us for that run on the wild pitch, 2 outs, and looks like George is getting out of it. And the ball just stayed down. And, you don't know what's going to happen going into ninth. But, we can look at it now. Sure, it hurt. And, good rally, though. I'll take that. The way we fought back there, and we had a good hitter up there. They get a big strikeout, but early we just didn't do much offensively. We weren't hitting many balls hard. To me that was a frustrating part of the game. We couldn't do much against their starter, and he stayed off the barrel of the bat and just couldn't score off him until late there.
Could you talk about Samardzija today? He seems to start a little slow, then pick up and went long. Samardzija.
Yeah, and he wasn't quite as sharp. I think that's fair to say, but he's so competitive. Here he gives us 7 innings, 4 runs. He walked one, I think. Overall it wasn't a bad outing, but not quite as sharp as he's been. But he's such a horse, and here he carried us again deep in the ball game. He gave us a chance to win, and like I said earlier, we just couldn't mount anything offensively. And it makes it tougher toward the end of the game. I mean, you're trying to score off some tough relievers there, and we just came up short.
What do you make of about the CJ Peterson, SFA? What do you make of the Marlins' early success in the first inning, being that the second highest scoring team in the majors in the first inning?
Yeah, and it's a critical part of the game, the first inning. The starters trying to get settled, and you look at their lineup, and it's a good lineup. To navigate through that lineup's not easy, and they have speed at the top of the order. You got one of the best power hitters hitting second, and really the first 4 or 5 guys, and then you look at the back end of the order. Those guys are good hitters too. So, I'm not surprised looking at their lineup how well they've done early in the ball game, because they can manufacture a run with how they're set up.
Bruce, last year at this time, Brandon Belt was heading for the All-Star game as the extra guy. This year, he's picked it up a little bit lately. What do you expect from him, or would like to see from him in the second half?
Really, just keep trying to be the best player you can be. Try to improve in all areas. Defense. He's a good player. They're all good players. But in this game, I say so many times, you never arrive as a player. You continue to try to improve. On any aspect of your game, base running, all these things are so important to every player trying to get better, and so that's what we're looking for. Really, he's solid, gives you good defense. I've hit him second, I've hit him third, fourth, and fifth. Let's just all try to get better. There's plenty of room for improvement for all of us.
Being able to get to other teams' starters early, as you mentioned, you see a whole different bunch of relievers on the backside of a game. Can something like that really make a big difference in the second half as you guys try to turn this around?
Oh, I think so. I think that's been one of our issues. You can look at a lot of these games, and you're looking up the 5th and 6th inning, we're sitting on 2, 3 hits. Haven't scored or maybe 1 run, and that makes it tougher because you are going to see, their best relievers. So yeah, and it's a fact. If you can score early or get an early lead, your odds are better on winning that ball game. So, how you do it, it's not easy. To say, hey, we're going to do this or do that. There's no magic wand for this, except maybe, let's focus a little bit better here early in the ball game. And these are things that have been talked about. So, and I'll give their guy credit. He had a nice little cutter, change up, used both sides of the plate with it, and, then he would elevate his fastball. So, he threw an assortment of pitches. We hadn't seen them, but, it's just, I think, too many times that we've been in a situation where we haven't scored early.
Have you had a chance to check on Slater and the MRI results?
No. You know what, Alex? He's on the DL, so I really was getting ready for the game. I'll sit down with Gresh and find out exactly how long they think and the extent of the injury.